What up, YouTube? Let all these things start up. All the other streams. And then we gotta move this over here. Gotta do this, gotta do that. Turn on the music. There we go. There we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, welcome to today. That is Saturday. Today's Saturday, that's today. Whew. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Sammy, congratulations on first. Today, we are going to be taking a little peek, a little look-see at the, I want to look at the match settings menu. Because there's a couple things we have to do with that. Ryan, congratulations on first. The match settings menu, so that's in the main lobby. I want to take a look at that, and we do need to implement controller support for it. We also have to do it for the customization menu. So that's probably going to be the goal for today, is get that implemented, get that moving and grooving. Because the goal is to be able to release the game on Steam Deck as well. Yeah, that's also the goal. So we'll wait and see how it goes, see what happens. And yes. I've been doing a lot of research on like various content creators and who I think would be like a good person to send the game out to and be like, hey, this game's like right up your alley. So I'm like slowly building that list out, which is pretty cool. Because I was taking a look at the list of like the list that's like floating around of all the different content creators that people have just kind of built together. And their audiences didn't seem like the Astro Yoinker type audience. It was more single player indie kind of games, platformers and idle games and stuff like that. So I realized that's another downside to multiplayer, is you have to build your own list. But we'll see. It shouldn't be too bad. I have still yet to send an email out to them though, I will say. Mostly because I need to also update the Steam page stuff. Because these images are just super old. So I'm gonna have to re-get some new images here, I think. Yeah. Yep. New videos here, all the whole shebang. The whole thing. What's this? Oh. But yep, that's the plan for today. That's what we're gonna do. And yes. Alright, so starting off, I do want to hit play. And I want to run through it real quick. Because we were talking about taking it, or I was talking with Ika about redoing the match settings menu. We'll see. I almost think that it's not worth it. Now that I'm in the game, I almost feel like it's not worth redoing. Because the big issue is you can see the buttons here, and it doesn't bend with the curvature of the actual monitor itself, which is kind of like makes it look weird. It does make it look weird. So that is part of the issue there, for sure. Yeah. Definitely part of the issue. We shall see. And same with 180 stream streak. Holy moly. I'm so sleepy today. I feel that. That is understandable. Hey, Sammy. Oh, so Ryan says hi to Sammy. Doesn't say hi to Cavino. I see how it is. It's fine. I'm not hurt. No, it's good. It's cool. It's all good. All good. For some reason, we're running low frames. That's very strange. Howdy, Ryan. Yeah, that's really weird. It says my OBS is running at 36 frames, which does not seem right at all. Usually I run at 60. Oh, now it's going up. Very strange. Very strange. Maybe it's because I have the game running or something. But yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I almost think this isn't even worth making better at the moment. I almost don't think it is. Because one person per lobby is ever going to see this. So like, beautifying this section here, that might just be a waste. When there's so much more to do. I think so. I think so. Yeah, so we're gonna start with controller support here. That's gonna be the first thing we do. We're gonna fix up the controller support here. We got the rotations fixed, which is awesome. Very awesome. We can change all the colors. The colors we wanted to map out per time spent in the game as well, which is gonna be really cool. And then we also wanna make it so that you start off with your team colors glove. That's gonna be the initial starting point there. And I think that would be cool. So if you're red, you start with the red glove. If you're blue, you start with the blue glove. And then we kind of go from there. Yeah, I think that's the play. So it'd look like that. Boom. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And then what we do is like the first one you achieve through playtime would be the green glove. So that's kind of like the color we've been using for like everything kind of deal. So then you start with green glove, then eventually you'll unlock the other gloves, like the boxing glove and the cartoon glove. Boom. Yeah, I think that's the play. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I think that's gonna be the play. Howdy, Ouija1, how you doing? Boom, boom, boom. All right, so let's actually, before I get into controller support, let's see if we can make these unlock based on time spent playing the game. Yeah, look at all those wrinkles. Is that a gray hair? Stop. The Captain Coder. It is rough being close to being old now. Dear, it is. I had a moment this morning. Happy Monday to you as well. I had a moment this morning where I experienced short-term memory loss. I assumed I like forgot that I sent a message, and then remembered I sent a message, and then like couldn't find the message. So then I was like gaslighting myself to like, oh, I sent the message to the wrong chat. And then I looked for like 10 minutes straight, and it turns out I sent the message 10 minutes prior to that 10 minutes. It's a mess. I'll be 20 this year. Dang, not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, so how are we gonna tie this to the time? That's gonna be, before we do that, let's hook it up so that the glove color will change based on the team. Glove color changes. Boom, there we go. Yeah. Gotta pull that gray hair out. It's sapping your memories. What gray hair? There is no gray hair. I did get a tan though. If you think that's bad, oh boy, do I have news for you. Don't say it, Ouija1. Don't, no, I don't need any more bad news. No. I did get a bit of a tan, a little bit more tan though. Look at that. Boom. That's about more realistic. Not bad. Not bad. Of course, I just look pale because of the white balance and the white light that is beaming onto me, but it's still pretty cool. And the yellow light over here though. You know, you can't have gray hair if you have no hair. That might be true. That may be true. But that would require me to shave off all my hair. And that does not sound like a fun endeavor to do. Yep, that sounds awful. Awful, awful. Bald Forge Studios, never again. Never again. No, 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 never again. All right, let's see here. What if I shave it with you? Like, you also go bald in, like, solidarity? Reverse mohawk is the way. Shave it with you. I could be convinced if it is like, if you shave your head with me for some event and we hit a goal, then I could be convinced. Yeah. But that would be the only time. That would be it. All right, so red and blue is what I need to fix. Red and blue. I feel like the captain already shaved his head on regular. No, the Captain Coder has some luscious hair. Luscious hair. Nice hair. Kind of like... Let's see. Where was it? I thought I wrote this down somewhere. Ah, here it is. Link glove colors to time played. And then figure out how to get Steam playtime. Right. So what I'll do is, like Lorenzo Lamas back in the day. I don't know who that is. Lorenzo Lamas. Yes. That is the Captain Coder. Actually, kind of close. When I was young, I used to keep my head shaved. A girlfriend wanted me to grow it out. Did you really? The Captain Coder used to be the Captain Balder. Yep. Let's see. Link glove cover colors. Okay, so let me go to customization menu here. Boom. And then turn that on. And what I'm gonna do here, so I gotta remove these. That's a burn if I ever saw one. The Captain Balder. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I need to come over to here on color button toggled. Glove color index, and then in the player data, set glove color with an index, glove colors index, and then I just have to remove blue and red. Yep. And we'll do var default glove colors array equals, oops, that. Yeah. But I think red needs to go before blue, because I'm just gonna use it based off the team. Yeah, I would shave because I played water polo and hated wearing a swim cap. You used to play water polo? That's an intense sport. Holy. I understand the not wanting to wear a swim cap part. That one makes sense. That one makes a lot of sense. Plus, chlorine plus your hair, they just don't mix well. You're gonna go bald anyways with all that chlorine. Dang, a Captain Coder used to be a water poloer. That's an intense sport for sure. All right, let's see. So then what I need to do here is glove slot, and when we run that, yep, I used to be pretty cool. Used to be. I think you're cool. For whatever that counts for. Oh. No, just a guy Kavito thinks is cool. If I think someone's cool, then that just makes them objectively cool, doesn't it? Isn't that how that works? All right, let's see. So what I'm trying to do is figure out the glove color stuff. Yes, indeed. Okay, so then I need to go here. And I need to say, if it's none, set glove color to the index. So then on glove color index here, 0. Oh. Glove color index. Ooh. Wait, isn't today America Day? Happy America Day, Kavito. It is indeed, Ouija1. Today is the 4th of July. Independence Day. Yes, yes. Let's see. Yesterday was also a holiday. Indeed. National, worldwide holiday, if you will. I wonder... Base color. I wonder if I say, if the index is 0, then we can go to the default. I think that would work. Yes, today is Happy Treason Day. Red Tango. Treason Day. That's crazy. Crazy. I think if I say, if the index is 0, then I just set it to default glove colors based on the team. Yeah. Yep, that's what I do. Okay, so then I need to say, if IDX is equal to 0, then we do these. And we say the default colors, else What? Oh. There we go. Yeah. So if it's 0, else we'll go default color, team. So we'll say default glove colors, and then we need to get the player team. Do I have a reference to the player? No. So I could just do local player. So I could say player manager dot local player dot team as int. And I think that would just work. Yeah. Red coats are red. The others are blue. Both flags have red and blue. Something like that. I think, let's try that out. I wonder if it is as easy as that. Host, private. Okay. It's currently green. I have to fix the reset button as well. Oh. Those colors do not match. Okay, so I have to fix that then as well. Let's go back here. So we have glove colors as an array. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I wanted to change the positions of these two. Boom. Like so. Because I want gold to be the last one. Now we'll go back to the customization screen and just move that down. Oops, not like that though. There we go. 2D, good. Okay. Come back here. On color button toggled. We have the index. And the index is what? In glove colors grid, get child count. So it goes 0. Ooh, what is this one? Default. Ah. So I have to change that because it's also, I didn't delete these two. So let me delete those two buttons and then switch this from default to green. And then maybe I add. Yeah, I think that's what I do. So then I'll add a duplicate green. Call this one default. And then remove the modulate from it. Quick load the return. Like that. Yeah. And then what I'll do, that should be good actually. Let's try it out again. Host private. So at the beach, did you edit videos or did you enjoy the beach a little? I went to edit videos and then my tablet overheated. It was like 97 degrees out. So that didn't work at all. Yeah, did not work at all. There we go. And it reset to red. Nice. So now if I switch the team color, I will need it to switch the glove color. Boom. Boom. Nice. Okay, that's working. All I need to do is when I switch team color, I need it to also switch the glove color. Yeah. Okay, I can do that. Has default glove. That's in the character customization screen. Where's the one that changes the team? That would be in player data. Perfect? Not perfect, actually. No. Not perfect. Team. Set team. Okay. So then player change team, or team changed, gets emitted. We find that, and we go to the... Oh, there's no connect to it. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So I guess I could do that in here then. Set glove color. Yeah. Yep. So I'll just do a func on team changed with the data. Yeah, because it's self. Data as player data. And then I have to do if data dot PRID is equal to get multiplayer authority. Let's do if not. Oops. Return. And then otherwise, I'll just do if has default. Where's the default? Cons makes games. Welcome in. How are you doing? What were you working on? What were you up to? We are working on Astro Yoinkers right now, which is the #1 yoinking game in the world, in the universe. It's a 3D multiplayer capture the flag game in space with physics-based grappling mechanics, power-ups, cosmetics, hazards, the whole shebang. The whole thing. And we're just about done with the game. We're just kind of doing some minor tweaks and changes right now, and then it's purely marketing after that. We got to start letting more people know about the game and going from there. #1 yoinking game in the Astros. Exactly, Graphite. Exactly. But Cons, what were you working on? What were you doing? And howdy, CSU. Welcome in. Boom, boom. I don't think I've met you before. I don't think so. Boom, boom. / shout out. Boom. Bam. I have not. Boom. There we go. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now. And right now we are doing the glove changes. So we have these little yoinking gloves, and their color is gonna change based off of what team you're on. So red goes red and all that. And yeah. I'm a fellow Godot dev. Today I was working on a mobile productivity app / game with lots of funny birds. Ooh, that's sick. That's awesome. I made so my first game that I ever made, which was 2 years ago, was a mobile game using Godot. And it was Realm Rapture, which, not to flex too hard, but it did just so happen to be the #1 free 3D mobile game with complex mechanics developed in Godot in 2024/2025. Yep. What up, Munglo? Welcome in. But yeah, that's awesome. What kind of productivity is the app going for? Like, what makes it a productivity app? Sounds very impressive. Oh, it wasn't. Not at all. Not at all. It's a timer. Ooh, a timer. Like one of those, what do you call it? Sounds being the keyword. True. Like a Pomodoro, is that what it is? Pomegranate? Pomodoro? Pomegranate. Yeah, kind of. That's awesome. I've been looking into like productivity apps and things because I want to get more productive with stuff. I want to try. I find that like when you have data to track, it's really hard not to improve. So I want to dive deeper into stuff like that eventually. Let's see. So I'm going back to, It's supposed to motivate you to keep your hands off your phone as long as possible. Ooh. I feel like a lot of people could use that. I feel like a lot of people could use that for sure. No, I think my problem is I have very low screen time on my phone. And it's more so I'm just sitting at my computer more often than not. Yeah, like I don't check Instagram or anything like that anymore. I don't scroll TikTok. I just sit on my computer and do game dev. Or I watch videos on game dev and try to learn. Yeah. I need to cut out the social media. That's fair. Remember that player data biz? Yeah. It never really been implemented in my main project. Boy, am I paying the price. Some things would be much easier if I was doing it right from the start. Been meaning to refactor it, but someday. Wait, Munglo, are you telling me the player data thing is broken and I just built the entire game based off of this player data module and it doesn't work? Or are you saying the opposite, where it works really well and you just didn't put it in your game yet? No, I'm saying it's a good way of doing things. Okay. Whew. Scared me there for a sec. Scared me. Man, oh man. I keep my phone on a different floor while working. That's pretty smart, actually. Yeah, but I figured it out on the Uda side project. I gotcha. Yeah, I feel like this player data like system, the Munglo multiplayer module, I think it's really good for these kind of like friend slop games. That friend slop minus the slop, because I don't want to say I'm making friend slop, you know. But yeah, I definitely think it seems to be really helpful, really good. Let's go back to the player skin here. Now I'm gonna do on team changed, and I need to say if data.glove slot is equal to cosmetics manager dot glove dot none, then we set glove color. I think that's it, because I think glove slot is a cosmetics glove. Yes, it is. Sick. Need to run now. Have a nice stream. Thank you, Cons. Have a great one. Appreciate the raid. Enjoy your run. For, say, high-speed comp games, need to use other tech for the player positioning and such. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of run into that issue with this game, where if we want to make it better, we definitely need to have, like, a full-blown prediction system going in, which we could implement into this. But yeah, we have run into that. We've kind of taken the approach of like, if you're playing with people around the world, you're gonna have some kind of lag. Yeah. Ignoring everything. We're not ignoring everything, ironic. No. That's not what we're doing. But it is harder. But for just player data, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Boom. So let's see if this works. And if so, I think we're on a good roll. All right, so we currently have a green glove. Boom. It's red now because it matches our team color. Makes sense. Zoop. I do need it to default to the team color. It switched to blue. Oh, because I didn't connect the signal. Duh. Team changed. So then I have to do player manager dot. For anybody out there, if you're planning on making a competitive PvP multiplayer game, spoiler alert, get at least a couple more years under your belt. Just start with prediction and stuff like that. Yeah, I would say that too. Start with the prediction. Also, I would say start with the entire game, like, thought out. Don't make the game as you go. Yeah. All right, let's see. I could do the local, but I don't think I want to here. So instead, I'll do players. Or actually, get player, get multi-authority, and then we do dot team wait, what? Isn't that a signal? Data changed. Oh, it's a player manager. Oh, okay. Dot team connect. There we go. Yeah, you need to just set up and learn how to do testing and work with measuring player desync times. A lot of that stuff to be able to understand and navigate how it works. Yeah. Before you even think about any other gameplay elements, start with basic online multiplayer features. Yeah. After you have that, then you think about the whole gameplay and iterate on it a few times when you can actually make the game. Yes, absolutely. Or you just avoid that competitive bit and you get away with murder. I think that too. Yeah. You could just completely not go competitive. You could. Or at least, like, you could probably go competitive from like a overcooked perspective where you're like doing something else, but the moment you start interacting with players, I think that's where it starts to go. Yeah. Even if you're making a casual co-op game, it's important the game is meant to be in real time. Yes. There we are. All right, that's red on red. Interaction between different game clients where time becomes crucial. Big time. And there it is, blue. Sick. Okay, our glove colors now change. I do need to set it by default though. So what I could do, I could just run this. Under set initial. And then the glove slot. And then we say Equip cosmetic. If it's a glove, I see. And then what I need to do here is, okay, I get it now. Interaction with different clients, but if you're not making a shooter, trying to say make getting shot around corners less of a thing when you get away with a lot, since timing people tolerate it much looser. I see. Jay Forrester, howdy. Long time no see. How are you doing? Holy moly. Long time no see. Let's see. Cosmetic key, 0. We equip the mesh, but then I need to set the color here. Yeah. That's what I need to do. Mostly shooters that this is an issue with. Yeah. Yeah. But even then, I think anything that takes, I mean, if you're doing like precise shooting, but anything where you're like interacting with another person, I feel like you should go with the prediction. Yeah. Howdy, partner. Yeah, true. How are you guys? Still at it, I see. Of course. Of course. We're actually, Jay Forrester, I don't know if you've heard, but we are working on Astro Yoinkers right now, which is a almost ready to be released. Almost ready. It's our first Steam release. It's a multiplayer capture the flag game in space with physics-based grappling mechanics, power-ups, hazards, cosmetics, the whole shebang. Yeah. Yeah. Haven't seen anything of it getting better, but I hope so. Wait, I remember Tarkov had a client-to-client desync at 1500 ms. Really? Oh, it's a full commit game. Is there a wish list? There is. It's that link right above your comment. Boom. Right there. Beautiful wish list link. I have no clue what we're at for wish lists. Somewhere over 200. But we're going to start deep diving at the looks of it, or at like paying attention to wish lists once I start posting all of the videos. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's see. So here, what I want to do is basically +1, appreciate that. I think I just want to set the glove color. Yeah, because then I set the mat. And the index is 0. Yeah, so I could just set glove color here. So if it's a none, then I can just set glove color. Set glove color 0. That should work now. How long have you been working on it? What did I miss in the past year or so? This game's been, we've been working on this for what, 5 or 6 months now? Something like that. Something like that. It's been a little bit longer than I would have liked. A little bit longer, but we're getting there. That is, let me take a sip of my coffee before I shot you, but on your screen, you will die as soon as you see a pixel of me territory. Yeah, that's not good. Scope creep? I don't even think it's scope creep. I really don't. Like, there's not much scope creep, or I should say unnecessary scope creep. Unnecessary scope creep. Because there is definitely been scope creep. You call that long? Thinks of my project? Yeah, that's a crazy one. But like, there's things like the key bindings menu. This, from what I've been researching, so I've been looking up different YouTubers to start reaching out to and sending them keys. And what I've been noticing is I've been watching all their playthroughs because I want to see if like this game is actually like a game they would like and if it would fit their audience and their niche. And so the ones I've been looking at, they all at some point have opened up the menu and then gone into the settings and said, wait, is there any key bindings? And they're like purposefully looking for key bindings. So I think this is absolutely like necessary. But this was scope creep, 100%. 100% scope creep. But yeah, it's also necessary scope creep. A lot of the output settings, I did notice that they were messing around with like volumes and stuff like that. I noticed that they weren't really messing with this stuff. I haven't seen any videos being messed with, and I haven't seen languages either. So video and languages, probably unnecessary scope creep, but the audio and key bindings were the most used ones. Yeah. Of course, key bindings is not scope creep, it's fundamental, just like volume sliders, field of view sliders, so on. Yeah. If I can define a type of scope creep, boom. Audio for sure, key binding is always important, I'd say. Yeah, that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. And then if I switch, there we go. Nice. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so that fixes the glove. Glove now defaults. Glove now defaults to team color. If it takes you weeks to implement something, you have to keep going back to fix it and refactor it. That is a type of scope creep. That's something you could have considered to just not start on. I don't know if I would call that scope creep more than I would call it like a skill issue. I think it's more of a skill issue, like you're not good enough at doing something yet, so then you have to go back to fix and refactor it. Yeah. I think that's what it is. Yeah. It's accessibility fundamentals. Skip it and you alienate a portion of the potential customers. True. Yeah. If you had perfect 100% skills and infinite time, then nothing is scope creep. Yes. Well, I don't know about that one, because I guess if you have infinite time, yeah. But if something's massive struggle, it takes a lot of time, you've overscoped. Yeah, I could see that, overscoped based on your skill set. But then at the same time, that's also just like, what do you do if you're midway through a project and then realize like, oh, yikes, this is overscoped, as in it doesn't fit my skill set? Do you just give up, drop the game and say, oh, well, I'm gonna have to go make a simpler game now? Or do you just push through it? And I feel like at that point it's pushing through it, learn the lesson of like, okay, I need to start a little bit lower, but I think you need to push through it. That's my assumption. Yeah. Pay the price for it with lukewarm reception because people get annoyed of the friction. I could see that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do things you don't know how to do and learn it, but maybe make it simpler. Yeah. I could see that. I could definitely see that. All right, that's now the glove colors are now fixed. So by default, you will end up getting a glove based on your team color. Now what we have to do is we have to link the glove colors, like the additional colors, to a time, like a time slot. That's what we got to do next. Yeah. So how do we link these to unlock based on time? Like before you start on a whole 1 month ordeal, take some time to find the simplest implementation of a thing instead of an overcomplication of it. Could you give an example of that? Let's see. Think. I think what I could do here is just have a lock. Like put a thing over it. That kind of reasoning is not in my head at all. The last couple of days I've been working on my interaction stuff, all to make it present better to the player and be more intuitive, but since it jumps networks and pulls in so much code here and there, it's a matter of figuring out what I need over time, iterate in it, and end up having nice working implementation, but the road there is often just pain. True, and then also you have to think about, Munglo, how long have you been working on that game? Do they need 3 different versions of the game? Wait, do they need 3 different versions in one game with 5 panels? Could your game have gotten away with one settings menu, one screen with a nice theme? I see what you're saying. Like, kind of, you're saying kind of rework. Like, what we should have done is, wait for it to load. Rework it so this settings menu, although it is the same settings menu, it should have just been one thing. You press like escape or whatever, and then it just opens up the exact same menu in the like the pause menu, for example, instead of having multiple screens. I can see that. Yeah. All right, let's see. Glove colors. If I do a color rect over the top, why is that? Oh no, that's fine. Maybe darker. But also I think this adds to the game and the effort puts in. Looks sick. Not what I see. Not that I see it the first time though. Now that I see it the first time though. Yeah. But the question is, are people actually going to, like, the reality is, are people actually going to notice the extra effort you put in? Probably not. I would say probably not. Let's do a locked. And then I put a label on it. Center. We need to change the label settings. Something like that. I hope so. Adds to the polish, in my opinion. Yeah, I think you would hope so, but I don't think it's the reality. Like, I really don't think. I think the gaming industry has gotten to a point where it's kind of like this is already expected to happen, and so it's now like it's just an expected thing. It's not a nicety anymore. Or like, whoa, this developer really put in a lot of effort. Yeah, that's just part of like the industry growing now and becoming more competitive. So this is what I'm thinking here, is we lock all the colors with a timer. That's what I'm thinking right now. And maybe even what I do, and then it unlocks. Maybe I even put a lock icon on top. I think that would also make sense. So I do a texture rect on top, full extendo, ignore size, quick load. Do I have my lock icon in here? Oh, I don't. Wait, is this like a PvP game? It is. It's capture the flag. So capture the flag with power-ups, cosmetics, hazards. You can basically pick up items. Think Super Smash Bros. You can pick up items and you can use them to disrupt other people. So you can drop an orbital strike on them. You can yoink them, so you can physically shoot your grapple at them and like pull them. Wait, did you say capture the lag? No. Why timer though? Why not get rewards for winning games? Oh, because we already have those. Use them to unlock cosmetics or whatever you come up with. Oh, we already got that, Jay Forrester. We have things that unlock from achievements, stats, and then we also have, now we're doing it based on a timer for different colors of the default glove. Yeah, we already got all that kind of stuff. I'll show you in just a sec. Once I find this lock icon. Here it is. That's unlocked. I don't want that one. I think I'll go with white though. I could just type lock. There we go. Let's go with 50 by 50. Export. Then we'll go into icons. There we go. Boom. Oh, nice. Kind of piecing stuff as you go. Yeah. There's I feel like there's quite a lot to this game. Ooh, okay. And then, oh, because they're all modulated. That's right. That's right. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Because the parent is modulated. So I probably need to instead do a self-modulate, don't I? Yeah. Yeah, self-modulate. That would make sense. And then I would do this. Oh, let's use like red. Blue? Sure. Yeah, self-modulate. Okay, I can do that. That's not a bad play. Copy that. Paste. Undo. Then we do the same thing over here. Cut. Paste. There we go. Undo. There we are. Same thing here. I'll just keep coming down, self-modulating all of these, and I can just copy and paste the little locks. And that should just work, because it should block our input from happening until we make it go away. Yeah. And I think just having the timer makes it super simple, like very obvious to see. And you just look at the timer and you go, oh, it says I have to wait X minutes or whatever. Okay, I understand. There we go. And now locked. I could even... Yeah. Yeah. I think that'll work. I think so. So then what I'll do here, copy, paste, 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 paste. Nice. Cool. Let's see it. Camino, will the game have the color green? No, the game is in black and white. Oh, okay. Thanks, Cavino. Dialogue from last stream. When did I ever say the game was in black and white? What? That is not dialogue from last stream. Crazy. Crazy. Let's see. Yep, there they are. They're all locked and I can't click them. Sweet. Cool. But yeah, these are all the cosmetics we have. So we have a bunch here, 2 here, 3 here. Currently they're all locked except for the gloves because I need to fix the gloves up. But yeah. Yep. What up, LT? How you doing? So I need these timers to tick down. Big up, LT. Are you gonna have one version of the game in black and white for the boomers and another in vibrant colors for the youth? No, they're all gonna be the same. All the same. Boom. Let's see. Okay. Game looking cleaner and cleaner. That's the hope. That's the hope. So what I have to do here is... Are you not using achievements for unlocks? No, we are. We are. That's what I was just saying, is we have all the achievements already for the unlocks. Right here. And they all, along with the requirements for each. So then what we're doing is the remaining one, because we also have a buttload of colors. So what we were thinking is for the colors, instead of trying to tie them to achievements where we would need to basically, we would basically have to get Ika to make even more achievement icon work, which is just even more work. So instead what we're gonna do is we're gonna tie the color differences of the gloves based on time played. So then that way it's just kind of like, if you happen to be really bad at the game, you still unlock colors. Buttload of colors. That should be your next game title. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. But yeah, this is the intention here, is to do it that way. So what I need to do is I need to get the times. What's cooking, bad looking? Wow. Rude. Rude. We are currently setting up the colors for the gloves. So we just made it so that the gloves will by default switch to your team color, and then they also change based on if you change your team. So now what we're doing is we are hooking it up so that the colors, the other additional colors, unlock over time. So I have the little locked here, it unlocks, and I just need to get the Steam time, and it should be good. I miss when Cavino thought about colorblind people working on his game and decided to add accessibility features to Realm Rapture. I still want to. I would still like to. Did you touch your pointer and pinky finger together just now? What? What? I'm confused. Isn't it basically useless since Windows has it built into the system? I have no idea, actually. Not a clue. I think it would be. I assume Windows has something. I'm not 100% sure though. Yeah. All right, so those lock icons are there. That's good. And now what we got to do is figure out the rest of it. So how do we get the Steam time? That's what we're looking for. We want to pull this number here, playtime, from the Steam API. Yeah, that would be the goal. There is color filters. Oh, interesting. I guess I did do that. I don't remember doing that. How did you do? You just do it. What do you mean? I can't do that? What? You can't do that? That's like a normal thing. Maybe you need to do some finger exercises, some like finger mewing. You do this? No, it's not. It most certainly is. Most certainly is. So do this. Start stretching your fingers out, and then put your finger. You want to put your hands flat on a desk, and then just start raising each individual finger. Get them stretched out. Your fingers aren't stretchy enough. Dude, I'm a guitarist. So you should definitely be able to have that that they're stretchy. Clearly not if you can't do that. What? That's what I'm saying, it's not normal? Can anyone else in chat do this? You should definitely be able to. Yeah. Okay, so it's just a Nika thing. I was gonna say, I'm playing Bloons Tower Defense a lot recently, and the addiction grows. Oh yeah, I haven't played Battles in a long time though. Long time. I don't know if they added, I assume they added newer maps, but I used to have every single beginner map black bordered. Yep. Bloons Battles 2 is A now. Yeah, I think I ended up quitting that one, or the Battles one. Alright, let's see how we can get playtime. Let's go to Steam. Good old Steam. And now what I need is playtime? Plat time. I can't do that from any position, like neither from above or from below the wrist. You can't do it like down, up, down, up, down, up. I think you're just missing finger flexibility. I guess for a guitar there's, I guess you don't have to do that. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. That's weird. Yeah, no, that's I don't know. Whether it returns a number. That's the UGC though. I don't want that. That's the type of finger flexibility you get from playing WoW. Honestly, you're probably not far off. You're probably not. It's from gaming so much. I could see that. Well, no, then again. That's on my right hand. And my left hand. My left hand's a little worse. I also have a ring in the way, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just got better joints. Some finger joints. I'm disabled, GG. Could be. Spider Cavino. Let's see. Start item update. Oh, wait. Stop playtime tracking. No. Astro finger maxing. Exactly. It's called finger maxing. That's what you gotta do. It's finger mewing actually. This is how you finger mew. And that's how you finger mew so then you can finger max. Yeah. Yeah. Astro jointers. The game takes advantage of all the joints in your fingers. Alright, we need to find the function to grab the Steam playtime. Thought Astro Jointer is a game about harvesting weed in space. Well, yeah, that would be... I could see that. Space weed. So instead of it sending you to outer space, it sends you to Earth. These are all for like workshop things though. Yeah. There's got to be a way to get it, right? Because otherwise we need to track the time ourselves, which just does not sound like the play. If we're tracking the time ourselves, then it's like, what? We have to save a variable and then we add on to that variable as the game is started up. I I guess I could. I could make a timer. But then eventually, after, like, what if someone plays the game for 2 million years? Then it breaks. Yeah, so that's probably okay. Reset it after a mil. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'll do it that way then. And then that means the colors are unlocked locally. Not through Steam. Ooh, wait, nope. That's bad. That's bad. Because then they lose all their progress if they switch computers. Yeah, that would be a problem. That would be a problem. I guess I could set it or save it as a Steam stat though. But then at the same time, it's like, why? There's gotta be a playtime that saves on Steam. And I just can't find it. Yeah, there's gotta be. Absolutely, there has to be. I can't imagine. Let's see. Playtime. Okay, let's see. Update. EULA data. Back to the top. Yeah, this is under UGC though. I don't want that. Inventory. User? Sets the game anti-indulgence duration control to enable users. Lets the game know when persistent rewards or XP should be granted at normal rate, half rate, or 0 rate. Oh, that's cool, but not what we want. That's for like, oh, double XP weekend. Yeah, we don't want that. They actually do that. They did that in Ark Survival Evolved, actually. Yeah. Let's see. Oh. Interesting. So I will have to increment it myself. I'm looking it up on my other window as well. And I guess yeah, Steam doesn't have a way to do that. That is so strange. So strange. You would think Steam would have that because they show playtime, but I guess maybe that's like a privacy thing? I don't know. That doesn't make sense. But okay. So if that's the case, we need to track it ourselves. And then what we need to do is save and load that based off of a Steam stat. Yeah, so I'm gonna make the Steam stat real quick on my other monitor. Basically, what I'll do is I'll say, Steam Docs has it? That's what I was just looking through. I only saw it for UGC items. Steam. Where do I get the? Let me pull up the docs. Resources, documentation. Like, are you talking about in the Steamworks SDK? Because I could not find that. Or at least on Godot Steam. Yeah, they only track it in last 2 weeks and forever. Howdy, Cam. Hello, slacker? Who are you calling a slacker, Cam? What? That's crazy. Cam must have bumped his head. This is what we're looking at, but they don't have what we need. Part-timer? Who are you calling a part-timer? That's crazy. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna store it locally then. Good for high valued. Steam is the thing get single game. Yes, but that's per game. We don't want that. That's per game. We want total. And that's the problem. Yukivino, I'm calling you it, and I finally got my new glasses. I can now see. I hope you get jumped again. And I hope that they break your glasses. That's what I hope, Cam. Crazy. That's what I hope. That's sick. Listen, Cam, listen. You come in here, call me a slacker, a part-timer, the fallacious statements. Crazy. It's not a session, it's for the game. Is it? There's a joke and then there is too far. I never said I wanted you to get hurt. I just said that I hope they break your glasses. It's not a session. It's for the game. Let's read the link just in case. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna look at that. Let's see. It's the second one. So there is the iPlayer service interface, single game playtime, get owned games. How you ask Godot Steam to get this is another question. Yeah, but where is the... Where are you seeing the total? Kavina, I hope they say you can't stream at GodotCon. Then I probably won't go. Get community badge. But also that would hurt GodotCon. So why would you wish bad upon Godot, Cam? That's terrible. Do you hate Godot? Is that what it is, Cam? You hate Godot and you hate this community? That you would want GodotCon to not be streamable? That's crazy. Evil. I hope they block your Godot license. Let's see. Okay, so you need to do a whole thing to get JSON with data. Doesn't look like Godot Steam has a function for it. Yeah, I don't think they do. So I think the simplest solution then would be do a Steam stat to track the time. And then what we'll do is we'll just occasionally send the time to Steam to update that Steam stat. I think that would probably work the best. We just do it that way. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Okay, so, let's first go to, oh, close Steamworks. Let me make a stat so that it tracks the time. Yeah. Well, that's really easy. Yeah, it is really easy. That's what I'm saying, like, probably just do it the easiest way, instead of trying to do this whole JSON ordeal. Stats. And then what I'll do, I mean, I could, no, I can't do it locally. Yeah, no, because if I do it locally, then they'll lose their unlocks. Yeah. So new stat, I'm gonna call it stat underscore game time. Min value 0, max value 1,000,000. Don't increase that? Wait, what do you mean? Don't do a Steam stat and increase it? I mean, don't send a stat every... Oh, yeah, no, of course not. Of course not. No, that's not what I said. What I said was every... like, every so often we'll send it. So it would be like at the end of every game, you send the stat. At the end of... Because we're already saving the stats anyways at the end of game, so may as well just send that with it. And then that would be the easiest solution. Yeah. And this will be a float. And you're gonna use real time. In game with the game launched. That's the part I'm not sure about yet. Do I do it? So somebody has to idle for 200 hours to get the golden glove. Right, I don't think I want to do it that way. But then, I mean... I could try to make it tick down, as long as they're in the lobby, is where we start it. And then we stop the timer in the main menu. So they have to be like physically in the game. I think that's the play. Yeah, because I don't want to reward it for just being in the main menu. I'd rather reward it for being online and in the game. So I'll probably do it in the lobby then. Yeah. Which, like, yes, you could start your own lobby, start your own game, and just idle in the game for however many hours. You could. But I think that's fine. Yeah, so stat game time as a float. I'll do that. Boom. Publish. There we go. All right, so now flip this back. And we should go to our global. And what I'll do here is I will make a variable for game time as a float. And then what I'll do is, I mean, they could just cheat this as well. I guess I don't save it locally. Yeah, never mind. But I will load it. So when we load the game, I need to load the stat. And maybe I do it under, actually, yeah, let's do it under Achievement Manager instead. I like that better. Okay. We'll do game time float. And then what I'll say is load Steam stats. That's an int though. So I need to do a load the other one is instead. Yeah. Oh, I've been waiting for this. I know you have, Cam. Wait for my PC to boot up. Oh boy. Let's see. Highlight of my week incoming. Cam. Let's see. This will be for game time tracking. And we will do load and stand up. Oh, that's the wrong one. And then take a hike. Okay. Load game time. There we go. And then he lurks. Why does he doesn't even sit to enjoy it, doesn't stay, he just lurks. And people ask why I'm mean to Cam. It's because he's mean. Cam's just a mean person. A bully, if you will. Load game time. I'm a busy guy. No, you aren't. I run a tight ship and a bus schedule. You do something, that's for sure. That's for sure. Let's see. So load game time. And what we'll do, two wrongs don't make a right, Gavino. Just because he's mean to you doesn't mean you should be mean to him. That's true, Sammy, but I keep finding that if I'm mean to Cam, he's nicer to me. And if I'm nice to Cam, he's mean to me. So it's like, what do I do? What do I do? Do I just keep taking the meanness from Cam? So let's do Steam dot, oh, my knee hurts. Set stat float stat game time. That's not loading though. And to get. Sounds like a toxic relationship. Tell me about it. You'll take it and you'll love it. I don't know about that one. Get stat float stat game time. Oh, that's annoying. All the, yeah. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. First we have words coming up, or ads coming up. So we're gonna chuck up the words. Heading to level 1. Lots of fun. When we come back, we are going to load this game time and then connect it in. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be right back real quick and then we will do it up. Welcome in, Prime King. Boop, boop. I've returned. Boom, bam. There we go. I was thinking, since Cam's not here, does that mean like I could just sit down? Well, am I lagging? I am a little bit. But I was thinking, since Cam's not here, I could just like, you know, sit down. He would have no clue at all. Wouldn't have to do the walking. I could just chill. I'm thinking. All right, let's get rid of this goose. Boom. That's what was causing the lag. Holy. All right, finish out these words. Carnival, no. Canville, anvil, We got anvil, civilian, villain. Villain. How do you spell villain? Villain. And Prime King with a 3-stream streak. Holy moly. How do you spell villain? Am I crazy? Villain. Villain, right? Am I? Wait, what? Oh, that's how you spell villain? How do you spell villain? 2 L's? Yeah, I think it is 2 L's. Ah, nuts. Alright, let's turn these words off. That's awkward. Villian. Oh, I did AI instead of IA. Duh. I knew it was looking weird. Oh well. Alright, so co-villain. Ha ha ha. Not yet. Not yet. Alright, let's see. So we're loading the game time by getStatFloat, which will set the game time. This outputs the float, right? Yeah, so I just say game time equals Steam getStatFloat. But I do need to do a check in there, right? Wait, source team data. How is this working? Store stats. Oh, for permanent storage, okay. You know, it actually has the same origin as village. Wait, really? The word? Villain and village? Woo, you're still standing. Kim, I would never talk about sitting down because you're lurking and not here. What? That would be, who said that? Kim, why is he not walking? Because he redeemed to stand up first, so I have to stand first and then I walk. That's a good point. You redeemed stand first. And so I'm standing first. And then you redeemed walk. And so then I'm walking next. Yeah. All right, load game time, and then we will do func save game time. And then we will say Steam set float stat float stat game time equals game time. Oh wait, it's in there. That's right. Game time. Nice. And then I could just call store Steam data after this just to be safe. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'll do. So now I need to actually start the timer. Yeah. How do I want to do this out? I could just make it in the process. Yeah. So then I can do like a var timer started as a bool. And then in here, If timer started false, just to double check. Yeah. So then what I'll say is I'll make a process. Func process timer started. If timer started, then all I need to do is game time plus delta. Bam. That's gonna be per second. Right? Because delta is a second. So I probably should track like, I don't think it matters that much. But I would like to see the full timer. So I could divide by like 100. Couldn't I? Delta is the time between frames. Right, right. So, what's a better way to track? I mean, I guess if it's going, process goes 60, no. Yeah, 60? Process can go to 1 billion. Right, right. But what I wanna do is increment the game time per second. Physics is the one that cap, right, and we set that manually. Like if you cap the physics time to like 120 per second, or you could cap it to 60 or 8 or whatever. What up, Ball City? How you doing? I mean, delta is about a second though, because another day, another pizza ordered. Ooh. Ooh. Happy July 4th to the Americans. Thank you, Ball City. Ooh. I think this time last year I was in America. That must have been kind of fun. Did you get to see all the fireworks and stuff? I did. Ooh. It was very, yeah. That's not a description. No comment. Look at those. Beautiful fireworks. I think I could just do plus equals delta divided by 10, and now we have 1/10 of a second. Because it doesn't have to be super precise. Right? Right? Kodow, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. Big fan of the planes. I really want to visit America to see the Air Force flyby. That's always super cool. Super cool. Hello. Boom, boom. Yeah, that's always really, really cool to see. Boom, boom. Or if you go to like an air show, you have like the Blue Angels fly by, and those guys do like all the different stunts and stuff while flying. It's so cool. Okay. If timer started, then we add it. Cool. Okay, so then I'm gonna do this when maybe I just do it when we create the player. Air shows are so cool. My school had an F-22 flyby for a football game once. It was so sick. Absolutely. Super cool. Boom, boom, boom. Load game time. This might sound weird, but I think I might just put it on the player. But then how do I stop it? I guess I could stop it when you go back to the main menu. Can I say something? Yeah, of course. Your computer already has a thing for time that Godot can get. Right. Unix time. Do you think that would be... Oh, I think I see what you're saying. We take the initial time, and then we take the, right before we go to save the time, we take the new time, and then you minus it, and then you have a number that you can now save. So in that way you're not constantly capturing it. I think that would be better, but the question is, my goal here is to get it so you can see the countdown. What up, Q-Pole? I want to get it so you can see the countdown in real time. So then if you're like sitting in the lobby, for example, you go, oh, I only need 5 more minutes. Let's run a game. Something kind of like that is what I'm going for. Yeah. I can see planes fly by the whole day. Oh. If it's not too much, mind letting me in on the issue at hand. Oh yeah, of course. So we're just talking about how for our customization menu here, we have these colors that you can unlock by playing the game for a certain period of time. And so what I want to show, the goal is to show a countdown. So it might say like 5 minutes, and then you unlock this. And so then the question is, how do we track that? And then on top of tracking that, we want to save it to Steam. So then that way, if they like ever switch computers or anything like that, they still have that unlock and they don't have to redo this one, which would be like, I don't know, 10 hours or something. So that's what we're trying to figure out. For customization, 4, not fur, 4. Yeah. How do we track the use that use pinball? Oh, use pinball is being tracked, but it's currently always false, and we will never be turning it to true. Yep. Should your game already include an internal timer? No. I mean, like, there is technically always a game timer. Good lies. There is always a timer, but I don't want to use that. Because I want to only turn it on during certain periods. So, for example, if they are in the lobby, I want to turn it on. If they're in the main menu, I want to make sure it's off. Yeah. 2027 to be Pinball Panic at an FFS Studio Flashco exclusive. I'd be down, Flashco. What is the distinction in reality? They're in the game, they're playing. That's the distinction. Someone can idle in a private lobby as much as the main menu. Yeah. That is also true. That is also true. So maybe what I do is I could just have the timer run while they are physically in a match. Now, like, yes, there is still the issue of you could run a private lobby and then run a private match and just AFK. You could. Pinball, where track can redeem trolls or power-ups of the ball player more than normal ball control. I like that. So what's the goal? Giving the skins based on app running time or match time? That's what we're trying to think of. And in reality, there is no difference between app run time and match time when it comes down to it. You can make it so that one player can't start the match. That's true. We could make it so one person can't start a match. That is very true. There's a bug in my game that AI can't fix, but to remake the code. But I don't want to risk it. Yikes. Now you're making a live service game. No, we're not trying to make a live service game. I guess technically we're treading on it. You know, maybe it is fine if we do just allow people to AFK. Maybe that is okay. Because at the end of the day, it's just a color on a glove that you're using to flex on friends. So, are you still standing? It's hard to tell. Yes. Wait, what are you trying to do again? We're trying to do color customizations and setting a timer for them. And we're talking about how we want to set this up. So to unlock these different colors for your glove, it needs to be for different time intervals of playtime. So if you play the game for 10 hours, you get this. If you play it for 5 minutes, you get that. Like, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what we're going for. What's the game you're working on? We're working on Astro Yoinkers. It is the pinned comment. Boom, 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 boom. It's a multiplayer capture the flag game in space with physics-based grappling mechanics, power-ups, cosmetics, hazards, the whole shebang. Yeah. Nerd. What? But every time you complete a game, you record that game, the game time, add to a variable at a certain interval, and you unlock the thing. Ooh. Ooh. We could... That's another thing. We could just base it off of how many games you've actually played and finished. That actually might be a better idea. Because we already track that. We already track how many games finished you have. Ooh, wait a sec. You might be cooking here. That would be easier. And then we still have that like timer where it will say 3 left, 2 left, 1 left. Ooh, let me open up Steam stats and double check that. Boom, boom. And Cam resubbing with the Prime. Thank you so much, Cam. Could have used that Prime anywhere. Chose to use it here. I'm already standing, Cam. I was gonna move my treadmill over to start walking. Yeah, yeah. We have ads playing right now. I'm gonna grab my treadmill real quick and then put it on. Yeah, we'll stack it. I've already been standing for all the time. All the time. Whoa, whoa. All right, let me grab my treadmill real quick. 40-minute hike, 20-minute stand. Hi there. What up, okie dokie? How you doing? All right, let me move this. Woo. Ugh. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh. Boom, boom. Yeah, but I think doing it based off of the time might actually be the play. Or not time, sorry, the game's finished. Game's complete. Oh, we only have victory. Matches completed. There we go. We do have a matches completed. Ooh. Cam came into my stream to tattle on you. What did he... Wait, tattle on me? What did I say? Should I risk it for the biscuit? Do it, Prime King. Do it. I have a new badge. What is that badge, okie dokie? Detroit Android Triangle. Get this terminal sits down, no. Oh, there we go. He said you were being mean to him. I said good deserves. I was not being mean to Cam. Cam was being mean to me. That's what was happening. Look at this. Cam is making me stand up for 20 minutes and then walk for 20 minutes and then do it again and again. Like, bully, you know? Depends on the biscuit. It's worth the risk then. Yeah. 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 I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Although Cam did just single-handedly start a hype train, so you know, maybe that's good. Appreciate the lurk, I heard. All right, let's see. So if I do this based off of times games completed instead, so if I say like 5 games completed on this one, and then and maybe a little outline, black, yeah, I think that'll work. 36, so then the outline should be 6. There we go. And I heart with the 5 bits. Thank you so much. No alert for bits. There are, but I think it starts at 50 or something. Just because there was a time where like we got spammed with singular bits, and we were like, all right, no, we gotta fix that because the alerts just kept going off. Yeah. Yeah. We need a mod that adds advertisements. You know, Aaron, we've been you'll look forward to something in the future. We'll just do it by 5s for now. Boom, boom. I learned recently that calling someone a nerd is now evolving into a term of endearment. I like this change. It is, yeah, it is. Yes. All right, let's see. So, what I could do instead of doing the timer, why is Cam messaging me? There we go. Let's see. Thank you for VIP. Ya. Who gave you VIP? What? Let's see. 'Twas I. Ah, I see. Let's see here. So what we need to do, said the fly. Can I get VIP one day? Maybe, okie dokie. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see. So I'm gonna remove the game time, and instead, she asked me why you so fly. I said, funky cold Medina? Huh? All right, I need to do achievement manager. We don't need this anymore. Instead, tone lock. Kavino isn't well educated. No, not in random songs, unfortunately. Happy 4th of July, Kavino. Thank you, okie dokie. You as well. You as well. Okie dokie, I'm coming over to to near where you live. Fun fact. Okay, name one song. I got you. The Wheels on the Bus. This confirms Astro Yoinker is released tomorrow. No, I wish. That would be awesome. Oh my god, oh, that's my mustache or my nose hair? Why are you saying that, Kavino? I'm scared. The wheels on the bus go round and round. It's a fire song. Top tier song. You don't need that. Call that a mustache? It is. It's a small one. I don't want a big one. Yeah. Don't bring me raw chicken, Kavino. I wouldn't. You've seen Hypnotics? I have. In person. I touched it. In person. Newsflash, Kavino reportedly confirmed replacing the game OST with Wheels on the Bus due to copyright. Touch what? Hypnotic's mustache. Do you touch it with your lips? No, with my finger. This finger. Haven't washed it since. That's a lie. I have. Let's see. Dang it. Sorry to tear down your fantasy, Zika. Pinball, where chat can redeem. Oh, I read that one. Okay, so I am setting it based off of games complete. That's what I'm doing. Load Steam stats. Oh, what is this one? Oh, we don't need this anymore. Boop. There we go. So there's something keeping you from having an interval running in the background of the game for UI updates. No, just annoyance. But we're gonna tie it to games complete instead, because that one I think makes a little bit more sense, just a little bit more. Yeah, than like trying to encourage players to like AFK. I feel like that's what it does with the timer. Kind of encourages AFKing. Well, at least this one encourages them to play the game. Now, could they play the game alone and do it? Yeah, sure, they could grind it out, but I think at that point it's far more fun to do it yourself, like do it with other people. If no input, equal AFK? Nah, I mean, it's just over. We don't need to do that. Let's see here. So, I moved. Wait, what? I don't risk it, but it still doesn't work. I don't know what to do. So, Prime King, that's kind of the problem with AI, is you do still have to understand what you're doing, to an extent. Yeah. AFK detection sounds like more of a chore than a solution. Yeah. Let me publish this. Boom, boom. Because I just removed the stat. We don't need it anymore. I moved like you don't know where I am now? Don't even know where I am? Oh, okay. Boom, boom. Boom. All right, let's see. So what I want to do here is when we load the Steam stats, load Steam stats, for this stat in statistics, let's go to statistics here. Ah, we don't have the stat for it. Stat, games played. Make sure I have all these. Let's see. Stats. So we have avatar hat, avatar beam, matches completed, which is this one. Matches completed. Wait, what? Oh, it's literally the first one. That's, holy, we already got it. Stat victories, yep. Stat yoinks, yup. Stat falls. Yup. Okay, so we do have all the stats. I was just being crazy. There we go. It's just Cavino's 250th American birthday bash featuring game dev fireworks. Something like that. Something like that. Indeed. Games played versus matches completed. What's the difference? Matches completed is an entire match that's been completed. And then stat victories is how many you've actually won out of the total matches played. The games one was that was a non-stat. That's not a real stat. I just mistyped that. It's Cavino's 250th birthday. He looks so young for 250. I am not 250. I am 28 years of age. God. Gross. Gross. Can't resist a good out of context clip. Stat pinball high score, you youngling. Still practically a teenager. No. 80 years of age. That's worse. No. 250 months. Close enough. Wait, is it actually? That's kind of crazy if it is. No, it isn't. There's no way. How many months are in a year? 12. 28. 12. 336. Yeah. Right? Something like that. Something like that. 250 months is 20 years. Oh. I'm learning so much about math. Alright, so what I need to do here is stats. And then we grab the matches completed. Yeah. Stats, matches completed. So what I could do is I could pop into these buttons and then add a script to them. Yeah. Runs away again after turning on a process to cook. More music. Nice. Let's go, Flashco. Yeah, I think that's the play. And so then what I want to happen is it needs to tick down as it goes. So I think what I'll do is, you've been alive for 883,594,656 seconds. Wow. That's crazy. Nearly a billion. I'm not even a billion seconds years old. Not even a billion seconds old. Huh. So I'm still young, basically. But the moment you turn a billion seconds, you're a billion seconds old. Woo, game over. Billion years, yep. Billion seconds years. Let's see. Game, custom UI. And this will be the color, glove, color, button, open, create, class, name, glove, color, button. 1 billion seconds is 31.69 years. I'm 33. Oh no. It's game over. Cavino might have playtested Ark. I actually played Ark during the beta release. Yeah, the beta release. That's when I started playing. When it first came out, it was like $5 or $10, I think, or $3. Yeah, it was $3 because it was their like opening thing, and now I think it's like $60. Talk about a score. Let's see. So I'm gonna do this locked color rect, and then I'm gonna rename this label to be games left label. Okay. And now what I need to do is we're going to do it this way. We can do export sub nodes. And before that, we'll do export var requirement unlock int. There we go. Nodes, requirement to unlock. And then what we can do is in the func ready, we will say games left label dot text equals achievement manager dot stats stat games completed minus requirement, and do that as a string. Right? Something like that. Last I checked, Ark Survival Evolved is very big in terms of file size. Oh, it is. It's hundreds, if not a terabyte. It is insanely large. Not optimized. Not optimized at all. Ark is base game 464 gigs, and that's without the DLCs. The DLCs themselves, if I remember right, are like 100 or 200 gigs each. It's just silly. Just silly. That's outrageous. Yeah, it is like silly levels of like no optimization. What are they putting genuinely? I don't know. When the game came out, I had to return it because I couldn't get above 12 FPS. Yeah, it's a very unoptimized game. Yeah, at this point, stream assets from the game servers. Yeah, requirements minus the stats? I think so. Or is it stats minus requirement? I guess you want a minus from the bigger number. Wait, so if I have one game complete, and then, well, if I have 10 games complete, and then I minus 5 or 2 the requirement, then it will say 8. I don't want that. I want it to say 1 or 0 actually. So then if I have one game played and requirement is 3, then we got 2 left. I'll just do the ABS. Yeah, that should work. Your audio is super low today, or is it only me volume-wise? I lowered my mic settings the other day. Yes, I lowered them the other day. So we need to do the absolute value then. Right? Requirement minus stats and lower boundary 0. Right, so if I just do the absolute value, this would work, right? 100, and if it requires 50. Oh wait, that won't work either. Well, I guess they would already be unlocked, but why am I struggling with basic math right now? Holy. Basic mathematics. What am I doing? You have stats before requirements right now. Right. And so I want to do the requirements minus education. Yeah. So I want to do the requirements first minus the stats. Yes, because then if requirement is 10 and we've only played 2 games, there is 8 left. 8 minus 2 equals 10. Math. And then what I need to do is I need to say a function to unlock the thing. Func unlock, and we will say locked hide. Yep. Then we'll do a func can unlock bool return actually I'll do this. Games left. I'll do this. Boom. Return games left is greater than requirement to unlock. Because if games left is, let's say, 2 games left, requirement is 5. Oh, that's not right either. Wait a sec. Bad habits again. I almost started backseat coding. No. Please do. Please do. Oh, keyholes and ads. We'll do it in a sec. Let me move this treadmill. There we go. Kavino does not know how to code. Nope. I'm learning. I'm learning though. Slowly learning. Boom, boom. There we go. Boom. Why you stopped walking? I got 40 minutes. That was 30 minutes. I accidentally walked for longer than I was supposed to. And then Cam redeemed a stand-up. So Cam redeemed stand, walk, and so that's what I did. And so I just finished the stand, just finished the walk. I actually went over on the walk. I went a little bit over, and then he did another stand, and so I have to stand again, and then he did another walk. Yeah. I'm just going based on how he redeemed them. So going back and forth. And he did another hike and stand. Cam, I don't think we have enough time in the stream for that. I'll be real. I don't think so. We need to end early today. Skill issue? Yeah, there is a skill issue. But Q-Poll, back from ads. I highly encourage backseat programming. Highly encourage. Backseating is indeed welcome here. And encouraged. Let's see. So, what I'll do. What do you mean early? Yeah. Are you really... Wait, you really are going part-time? I'm not going part-time. No. Cam has been telling me, Kavino, you need to go live life a little. You need to do other things besides work. And so I'm taking the advice. And so I was like, all right, I'll try it out. What was wrong with the return you had? Can't blame me. I'm not gonna blame Sammy. That's crazy. The problem with the return is that the math did not math. That was the problem with that one. Totally my fault. Yes, it's all Sammy's fault. Yes, it is. Sammy is the reason that I'm ending early today. I work more than Kavino works. That's just not true. All right, let's see. Can we backseat? Okay, uninstall Windows, install Arch Linux, and rewrite game in Rust. That's not backseating. Math is not mathing is what my teacher used to say. Rasco. I was looking through Steam profiles, and I saw the craziest profile ever. Oh? Did you happen to see the Astro Yoinkers is available for wishlist on Steam? And how everyone who's cool wishlists it? It's pretty crazy. All right, so can unlock. What I need to do is return that what am I returning here? Games left. No, wait, I was kind of right, wasn't I? Games left. Have I wishlisted for 2 months, I think? Yeah, you have. 1 month, actually. Interesting. He had 20k pictures of pure hex index games. Oh, interesting. I've only been here for 1 month, 4 days, 22 hours, yeah. You know Hypnotic's words on stream is in full HD? Better than your blurry low quality one. What are you talking about? Is mine blurry and low quality? No? It's the same quality. What are you talking about? Is it? Is that blurry? I don't think so. It might be though. So games left. Oh, that's what I need to do. It's greater than 0. Duh. My whole life is a blur. I feel that. Games left, and then we will do games left label dot text equals string games left, and then if can unlock. Bam. My whole life is a oh, I just knocked out. Fun. And I just became invisible. Invisible? Why are you invisible? Wait, am I backseat coding correctly? Yes, you are. Oh wait, because I missed a message. If you could have it calculate games left in a condition, if statement. Condition of being left greater than 0. Yeah, yeah, that would make the most sense. No, sometimes I do miss messages though. My whole life is a series of BAM! Alright, there we go. That one's good. So now we have to add the script here. Go here. Back. Game. Custom UI. Glove color button. Open. Load. Nodes. Locked. What color is this? Brown? Games left label. Label. Nice. Nice. There we go. If a ninja comes up behind me, I will be ready. That's true. That is true. Hit him with a bam. Okay, and then we just keep doing this. Over and over and over. And then once that's all in, it should just magically work. It should. And Qpol with the tier 1, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Boom. Custom UI. Boom. Bam. Load. Nice. Nodes. Assign. Locked. This one's pink. Locked. Games label. Pink. Nice. Save that. And then I'm gonna have to come through and do the rest. Earned it? Oh, shucks. I appreciate that. Boom, boom. Boom. Game, custom, color, load, nodes, locked. I should have started with this. What up, Ozzy? How you doing? Could have and should have started with this, and then I could have just duplicated. That probably would have been easier. Yeah. Oh, look, you made Kavino blush. I mean, it was a blush-worthy statement, I would say. Boom. Howdy, Ozzy. How you doing? Boom, boom, boom. Game, custom, glove, open, load, cyan. Nodes, locked. Boom, boom. One more after this. There we go. Could have, would have, should have. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Something like that. Something like that. Game. Custom, glove color, open, and then the last one, nodes, assign, boom, 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 bam. Nice. All right, so now what we got to do is set all of their requirements. So, first one. The first color customization. What do we want to make this? Also, they're kind of risen. I don't like that. Why are they like that? Because the text itself is kind of wonky. That's right. Ooh. Ooh. Let's do it this way. And then... bottom kind of looks better. Weird. Who would have thought? Bottom. Yeah, that looks way better. I don't know why that one I missed. And then I take the texture rect. Ooh, I can't really scale it bigger though. So what I'll do instead is change the label size. Oh, but if I change the label size... Huh. Tokavino knows words on stream is in HD. Is it? I wonder what he did for it. I guess that's fine for now. We'll do 26, which means... do something like that. Okay, so first color, green. How many games played is required to unlock it? I'm thinking your first unlock, 5. Make it simple, make it easy. I think that makes sense, 5. Next one, I think we're fine with 10. Next one, I think we go to 20. And that's where we start scaling it. Start making it maybe like a little 25. Yeah. 25. So 5, 10, 25. 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100. Actually, I kind of like that better. Yeah. 5, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30. Ooh, 230. 30. 40. 40. Wait. 30, 50, 100. So we'll do 50 instead of 40. 50. 2, 7, 16, 39, 94. 5, 10, 20, 21. What was this, 50? And yellow will be 100. Boom. Which one might have cracked it? 2, 7, 16, 39, 94. I feel like you need to hit 100 though. This is fine. 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100. That's pretty acceptable. Plus these numbers are changing anyways. They get minus as you play. So let's see if this worked. I don't know what it's gonna say for my current ones, because I don't know if I've reset the stats. I think I reset stats every time though. I think so. Currently I'm resetting all the stats. Let's see here. Boom. Oh! What? Games completed? That's not the stat? Matches. Ugh. Matches. Who does this? Matches. The game is working, but at the same time not working, so how? If I recall correctly, in Team Fortress 2, you get notifications when you get a weapon that maintains a kill count, like 100, 250, 500, but it's something like 499 and 5,000. Someone at Valve had a sense of humor. That's funny. All right, let's see. Out of bound is index in my glove colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0. So actually, I should do like boom. The ones that we do one might give more unique outlook to the players. Do you actually think that would be the better, just to do it like that? It might not be a bad idea. Okay, I need to reset my stats though. Also just for fun too, not to be bound to conventional stuff. That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, there's kind of like a reason for the conventional though. We'll see what it looks like. So Ouija1 said 2, 7, 16, 39, 94. 2, 7, 16, 39, 94. I need one more number in there. $150 or 142. Okay, okay. Let's see here. I don't know, I feel like 2 might be too small though. Let me think. Mathematics here. Be smart. So 5 minutes per game, which means 12 games per hour, which means 24 is 2 hours. So then if 24 is 2 hours, we do pink to 24, which means we then use mathematics and turn brown to 9, label 9. That's a big jump though. So maybe instead we change this one to 15. No, we said different numbers. Because the reason for trying to go in like an obvious jump is because we're all like, there's a reasoning behind putting numbers at a certain spot, and that's to like encourage the player to go for it. Because if you go and you finish and you see there's like 100 left, even though you just beat one that's like 10 in between, kind of causes problems. Is brown 9? Because when you... Yes, growling octopus. That's why. That is why. I think we make it 16 though. Or wait, we should make them like the same number in between though. So maybe this one we say 9. Green is 9. But then it goes 30. So instead of 30, I fixed the problem. Let's go. What was the problem? 39. Do we do this one as the funny number? Yep. It feels bad to unlock the skin after 1.5 hours. That's another thing that I wanted to keep in mind. Yeah, 9 wouldn't be good. Well, that's 45 minutes. That's 45 minutes of gameplay. Because each game takes about 5 minutes. Yeah. Red lines under the code lines? I don't know what the problem is. There's red lines under my code. 5, 15, 30, 50, 75, 105. 5 times triangular numbers. Sammy, what is this math you just gave me? That is some crazy math. But we can do that. Let's do 105. 105. You could keep the scales lower and expand. Yeah, that's true. Math. All right, I'll trust your math, Sammy. 75 is the next one. 75. And then you said 50. Then we got 30. 15 and 5. I like 5 being one of them. I think that's a pretty decent, like, decent one. Whoa! What? How did... What the... What did I do? Your line break? Oh, I did. I pressed enter. That's why. There we go. Now we know red lines under code is bad. Yes, it is very bad, Prime King. Very bad. You don't want red lines under your code. I see what I did. Okay, that now works. So, unlock glove colors based on matches complete. Do you have... Oh, I read that one. There we go. Save that. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to reset my stats. Howdy, Simran. How you doing? Yes, I want to reset my stats and then see what it does. Yep. Where do I do that? Reset stats. It says resetting. So let's try it. Zero, zero, zero. Good. Resetting all stats. Resetting. So they have all reset. Let me get my my thing. What do you call it? Treadmill. That's the word. Ugh. Boom, boom. Wait. Nah, it didn't show. Huh. Maybe you should start using console commands to check to test things. Yeah, that would be nice, but I'm trying to test through Steam. I could try doing it through Steam. I could. Ugh. Did you update the mesh after changing material? Yeah. Oh, wait, I didn't start it. Okay. We learned a new word, treadmill. Why am I getting errors consistently coming up? Oh, it's that debt thing. I don't know what that is. What I want to do actually is play the game. I want to look at the remote and see what the achievement manager is saying for our stats, because something's not right there. So let's go to remote, achievement manager, stats. Yeah, it says 0. Match is complete, 0. So then in here, on the ready, character customization screen, we have the buttons that on their ready, they will say requirement, games left is that. We set the string. Gonna go, wish you the best and see ya. Sounds good, Q-Pole, appreciate you being here. String games left. If can unlock, so if games left is greater than 0. Oh. There we go. What up, Magnus? How you doing? Now it will work. Boom. 5, 15, 30. Sweet. Sweet. Restarting game dev from 0. From 0? Didn't you start already with... You're not technically starting from 0, right? Or are you doing like a new language, new... Well, even then, you're not from 0. You've definitely done... I remember you doing game dev in the past. Alright, so let's complete this game. So we'll do... Boom, boom, boom. Still been a while? Yeah. Computer engineering students, basically nothing is 0 on my side? Yeah. That makes sense. 4, nice. And it just works. It just works. Woo! And then because we won, flawless victory, we also unlocked this one. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Glove, color, change, unlocks, work. There we go. Come a long way, man. Kudos, appreciate that. Yeah, we're working on the first Steam game release, and it's getting there. It's getting there. We're almost there, almost done. Just a little bit left to go. I'd like to update these pictures some more, because we now have a new look to it. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. And it's multiplayer. That's the big one. All right, so now that that's good, we kind of finished it faster than I was intending. Let's see here. If I do captures, I hope you can maintain it. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The hope is that this game does well enough to where we can start kind of expanding out a little bit more. That would be awesome. But we started some ideation on the next Steam game, because that's all I'm going to be doing now is releasing Steam game after Steam game. I think I'm kind of past the point of like just making little itch games. I think I'm past there now. All right, so I need to do controller support. Tell us about your next game. Nope. No can do, Sammy. No can do. Top secret information. Top secret. He's ready to make WoW 2? Absolutely not. No, no, no. I demand it. Well, hey, you can keep demanding, but I ain't listening. Boom. I want to design my itch page so bad. I don't know where I heard this from, but I guess itch was like their CSS thing that they were doing before. You can now just do it. They had like unlocked it for everyone. I don't know if that's true. No, I don't think that's true. I thought it was. I thought there was something about it. I don't remember. I don't remember. Any hints for the next game? Project WoW Killer? No. I have clearance. That's true. Sammy does have top secret clearance. Hints for the next one. Genre. We're thinking about a multiplayer game. Yep. Yep. Potentially working with another person straight up with it on the other aspects, teaming up. That's about all I can say. So far what we've talked about, it seems like a really neat idea. Super neat idea. And it should only take, hopefully, 3 months. That's kind of the goal. 3 months. Something like that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But we'll talk about it more. We're focused on Astro Yoinkers right now. So, can unlock. That's all done. That's good. That unlocks based on the games played. Cool. Cool. We need to get the... What's the next thing I have to do? I need to do the controller support, which is also going to be a highlight stuff for the buttons, for these guys that we add in. Which for those, I can just do a highlight mode. Tie achievements in properly, we've done that. Create a tooltip, that's another part, is we might need a custom tooltip for all these. So maybe saying like earn the blank achievement. I think that would be the play. Earn the blank achievement for the tooltip. Yeah. Okay, so we'll create a custom tooltip for that. And then that will show on hover as per usual. So customization item button. And we can go to the tooltip here. And we need to say, actually we need to do it in here. And we have the achievement key. So under set item. Ooh. No, modulate's fine. Modulate's fine. We will say tooltip text equals, and then we will do unlocked by achieving, and then we do achievement key dot capitalize, right? That I'm gonna have to localize. But I want to see if that works first. There we go. Host, private. Boom, boom. All right. Unlocked by achieving stat victories. Atch don't slip. Ah, okay. Atch yoink with friends. Yoinkalicious. Okay, so I need to remove the atch part. Yeah. Wait, go back. Oh, sorry. Go back where? Let's see. Achievement key capitalize. Glove has lowercase? What? Where did you see that? On the menu? Wait, really? Are you gaslighting me right now, LT? No? I don't believe you. Wolfric, welcome in. Wolfric, is LT gaslighting me? I feel like he is. Oh, wait. What is that? What is that? Wait a sec. Wait. Wait. What? Is that true? Glove label. No, what? I think that's just the, that's just the font. Yeah, that's just the font. What? But then if I go all caps, interesting. Well, solution. I need to do it this way anyways because I need to put them in full caps because when we feed in the CSS, or not CSS, sorry, the CSV, then it's gonna fix it all. Because this is my key for the translation anyways. Just the same thing as with the tooltips. What I'm gonna end up doing is in the tooltip, I am going to, instead of writing this, I'm gonna write tooltip. So I'll do like tooltip or something like that. So then it feeds it in. Yeah. Which I should double check localizations. Do it like that. Make all text is being picked up by translation server. Something like that. Yes. Yes. That is what we shall do. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see here. Tooltip text, unlocked by achieving. This one though, I need to change the achievement key. So I should just do like var achievement equals achievement key dot, oh, what was it called? Remove, replace, suffix or prefix, trim prefix, atch, and then dot capitalize. And then I call this achievement. Let's try that out. Yeah. There we go. Good catch though. Good catch. Boom. Bam. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yoinkalicious, nice. Yoink with friends. stat victories. That's one I gotta fix. Bad number. So I want to remove the stat victories. Get yoinked, crystal clear, professional yoinker. Okay. So I could also say achievement, trim, prefix, stat. I hope my game will be a little bit successful. It depends on how you define success. But I would say, like, if it's your very first game, I think one of the key things is don't tie success to the monetary aspect of it. Tie it to what people say about the game. Like, is it fun? Nah, it still did stat. Interesting. Oh, I need to do... that. Yoink me baby one more time. For me, success just means finishing something. Yeah, honestly, it's a good spot to start, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like 100 Robux. I don't know what the conversion is on 100 Robux, nor do I know what the economy's like in Roblox. So I don't know if that's like a lot or a little or anything like that. It still says stat victories. Huh. Okay. I need to do this then. Then we'll do trim prefix like that. Okay. And then commit this. Tooltip changes. Commit. There we go. Push. All right. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Bam. All right. Do that. Save that. I think, dare I say, before the next set of ads come out, I think this is where we're calling it for today. We got to end it a little early today. I got to go out. Alrighty, folks. We are calling it here today. A little early, but I will catch each and every one of you tomorrow, where we're gonna finish out some localization. We are going to do some more bug fixes. We'll probably also try to squeeze in a little playtest, potentially. Yeah. What time do you call this? America Day is calling. That's true. But we're right now to Munglo. Munglo is the source of inspiration, the genius behind the Munglo multiplayer module. Munglo's the one that helped with the figuring out this whole multiplayer stuff and how we get it working. This looks nice. How far along are you? Pixel Bear, we are just about done with the game. Just about done. You can check it out over on Steam, !wishlist. It's a multiplayer capture the flag, in space, grappling mechanics, power-ups, the whole shebang. The whole thing. But Munglo is a phenomenal programmer. The leader of the Munglo multiplayer module. Spam the emotes if you got them. Raid message is going to be a little get yoinked. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Spam that message. And I will catch all of you tomorrow. Adios. Let me wait 3 seconds. 2, 1. Boop. All right, 1 sec, YouTube. There. How did Sammy say it before me? There we are.
Hello, Sammy. Hey, Cubino.